Hi friends and fellow intuitive academics, my name is Shelly and I'm an educator healer, and on this channel I draw from my lived experience as a PhD and my intuition to offer you guidance on your life path and your academic journey if you're on one. And today I wanted to start the energies of closing out 2024 by looking at our studies and our career and getting a sense of what to kind of focus on or what to bring our energy towards collectively and individually as we close out 2024 to our studies and careers. So a lot of us, if we're on that semester schedule, we're already hitting the ending closing points of that. But definitely, I think flowing all the way to the end of the year, transitioning towards 2025, I think that kind of message will come through as well in the reading. So it is closing out 2024, but also transitioning and preparing for 2025. So let's get our cards here. So for reading 1, this card keeps popping out in all of my recent readings. This is Sundress. Do it for you. For reading 2, we have Garden. Something lovely will grow from this. And for reading 3, we have Stars. You can manifest your every wish. So I thought these cards would be perfect for a studies and career reading, something that we're working toward achieving, and it looks like the cards definitely delivered. So just take a moment and take in the imagery, the energy of each, see which card is drawing you. I feel tempted to say, see what colors really resonate with you between the 3 cards. I think that will help. And I will see you in your chosen reading or readings next. Hi, reading 1. So you were drawn to the number 41 card, Sundress. Do it for you. And as I said, this card has been coming up in so many of the readings I've been doing. Mostly these are shorts for assigned to astrology signs, but I guess it's really just a big part of the energies too that are happening right now. Let me just open the curtain. I think the light is dimming. We're about to have a storm. Looks like some rain coming in, so that seems a little bit appropriate for the image we have here. So even if there's a storm coming in to your life, the advice here is that you can make of the storm what you will. You can kind of, hide yourself away and wait for the storm to pass, or you can just be your glowing self and go out into the storm and make it an experience for yourself. One in which, if you choose to do that, you will end up coming through the storm glowing and sparkling and just impressing others with who you are and what you bring, what you can offer. So that's the starting energies that we have here. I want to just leave your card there in the middle. Let's get some tarot cards. What can reading 1 be guided by in the last parts of 2024 for their studies or their career? What are some challenges they might be working through? And I also want to say, how can we close out the year, the Strength card energies, since this is a year of the Strength card that we're guided by? Is there something that reading 1 still needs to pay attention to regarding that? The Star in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and 7 of Pentacles. there's something you still need to master with the Seven of Pentacles. You still need to hone some sort of skill that you've been working on. I think you're getting to the point of questioning why things haven't come to fruition for you yet, why you haven't reached a certain achievement, why you haven't reached a certain wish fulfilled or dream realized. And it's because there's just a little bit more finesse or a little bit more work to do on some skill that you're developing, some expertise that you're honing. If you see here, you have the Ace of Pentacles here. It's almost like you're just missing the one pentacle before you get to the Eight of Pentacles, which is really about mastering your craft. So once you get to that point, and you're very near because you're at the Seven of Pentacles, then you're really going to start on this next stage of stepping into your King of Swords energy, stepping into the star energy. And I see with those two that obviously you're communicating, you're bringing ideas into the world. You might even literally be writing something. So you could be writing like a major project or like a thesis or dissertation. You have your eye on this distant star, and it's like you're the only one who can see this, and it's very striking with like the sundress card. Again, the sundress says do it for you. I feel the advice there that you might be getting feedback on some work that you've been doing, and your advice is to come back to the bigger picture, that ultimately whatever you're working on is to fulfill some part of your life path or some part of you that needs to be expressed. And so kind of like giving you a little bit of a go-ahead to dismiss some of the feedback that you aren't sitting well with, even if they're from trusted experts in your life. This is all about doing this work for you, what resonates best for you, what you know within you and your soul and your heart that you need to do within this work, no matter what other people say, even if they're authorities and even if they're the ones like kind of judging the end product. The major life lesson here with the Strength card is standing up for yourself, the vision you see, the truth that you see. More importantly, it's the truth that you see. You will compel others. You will convince them of what you see. But it does take you having the strength to stand by your convictions and commit to that through this work you're doing, for anyone to be able to see it in the end. Because if you abandon that, then no one's going to see it, because you kind of just said what other people wanted you to say. So that's a tough bit to work through. But this, if you've already been feeling that, this is your confirmation to stand by what you're doing. And by next year, people will be able to see. It'll be dawning on them what you're actually doing, and to understand why as well. Ooh, I love that this came up right at the end of that message. Rainbow activation, authenticity. And I really feel like the first thing I was drawn to is the spiral in the figure's necklace. This is part of your spiritual growth. Staying authentic to your work, to yourself, not losing yourself in pursuing success, but finding yourself by staying true and authentic to the work that you're doing. It's a major strength that you're developing, because in the future it will be more and more tempting to kind of follow other pathways to get the success, to get the accolades and the achievement and the recognition. You will have all that on your own, though, if you stay authentic to yourself. You can have it both ways, but if you stay committed to your authentic vision, it'll feel a lot better in the end. Even if it's more challenging, the success will be sweeter in the end. your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon, number 29. So you may have those bumps in kind of like confronting or having a disagreement, as I said before, maybe with an authority figure that you don't agree with on how you should go forward in this project you're working on. But it will alter soon. You'll be protected through this. You'll be able to navigate the choppy waters and have a positive outcome from this. I kind of want to get one clarifier card for the bumpy path. What is that about? Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, feeling indecisive and feeling unclear about the direction ahead. So there might be a situation where you're feeling unsure about the path, about how you should proceed, and you may end up asking advice on this, but that's where you're going to give away, or you're in danger of giving away your power, is when you ask for advice, interestingly enough. And that's not that's not a message that comes in all the time, but this is specific to this situation. It's because you already have the answer within you. You know what you need to do. But by asking advice, you're dismissing your own inner knowledge. So that's kind of the choppy waters that you'll be working through at the end, towards the through the rest of 2024. But you will get there in the end. You will be able to recognize your authentic value and stand for it. Purpose. Oh, I already even said this. This is your life purpose. And it makes me think of the World card. You're actually closing out a significant cycle, as I said here, as you transition from 7 to 8 of Pentacles. You really be like directly on your path, your purpose. You will be embracing your authentic value and really able to express it in the world the way you need to next year. You're really so close. That at the time I'm recording and uploading this, there's only like 2.5 months of the year left. So think of it that way. You just kind of you've done the hard work. You just kind of have to ride out the rest of the year. And this one. The Squirrel and Chestnut preparation. Number 29 again. This one was a 29. I remember learning something recently about like 29 degrees in astrology is like a karmic degree. So this, even though we're talking about like career and studies in the physical plane here, there's a parallel with working through some sort of like karmic like expectation is what I'm feeling. It's like you're finishing some sort of karmic homework here, which is great. I think you don't need to know exactly what that is, but it's definitely about, this is how it's coming in. It's about not only sharing yourself and sharing your ideas, sharing your perspective, sharing who you are in the world, but also like really understanding the value of that. Yeah. And what it means for other people in the world for you to do that. It is about you, but it's about so much more. It's kind of like these nuts. It's like they're needed. They need you kind of being authentic in the world is needed for these like energetic seeds to grow. Yeah, here with the 7 of Pentacles again, you are growing. you are growing something around you. It's kind of hard for me to pin down, but yeah, it's like it's you. You're the one building the plant shop. You're the one watering the plants and nurturing them. It's you doing that, but it's about so much more than you because it's about all the plants around you. So that's like energetic and metaphorical. So you can think of it like as you are kind of an essential component in like nurturing others in an intellectual capacity, with your ideas. You're inspiring others, but also you're just like helping them to grow on their soul level as well. And so you kind of really having that aha moment and realizing how significant, how impactful you are in the world, doing what you're doing now is what I'm hearing. Like, it's not about what you do in the future, like what you're doing now. The lesson here is really to just like really deeply understand how valuable, how important that is. Because I get the energy of and also the sign Capricorn keeps coming in, so that might be significant for people. But we can also tap into that Capricorn energy if that wants to come in right now. It's kind of like preparing, for success, for a future success. No, the success is now, the success is you. And that's really like the beautiful lesson that is closing out for you this year. So it's almost like it's also a gift for you to kind of realize that for yourself by the end of the year. Let me just close out with two more oracle cards. So here's one from my own deck that I'm experimenting with, seeing how well it works. Claim your weekend, leave everything else to Monday. So definitely a very practical piece of advice to enjoy yourself and remember that the success will come to you. Just like living your own authentic life, if that means taking weekends off and like spending time with people you care about, going to the farmer's market, success will come to you even when you do those things. You don't have to sacrifice for success, is really the message coming in here. Ice boundary, emergency energetic boundary, number 14. So some of you might be like empathic as well. And so this would be about learning to kind of like put up your energetic protection or boundaries very quickly, because of the emergency. And also anticipating when you're going to need to do that, and becoming more aware of that being a need in your life. So you can kind of think of how you would go about making an energetic boundary for yourself. For me, I just kind of like visualize a light bubble and kind of protecting me and expanding all around me. But for you, you might find other ways to practice that. You might use like incense or fragrances, smells. There's a lot of ways to do that. But if you don't feel like you're empathic, think of your other intuitive connections. That would be where the energetic boundary would come in. So if you're cognizant mostly, then the energetic boundary would be like protecting yourself from negative thoughts. If you're clairvoyant mostly, the boundary would be like visualizations, like here in this card, and cleansing out your visual energies. So there could be some visions or images that you encounter in your world, like maybe through like TV or movies that disrupt your energy. Really start recognizing, becoming aware of how they affect you and drawing the boundaries around that. is going to help you a lot as you close out the year. And that's your complete message. And I am wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you for sharing your energy on the channel. If you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I will see you there. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, reading 2. So you were drawn to this garden. Something lovely will grow from this card, number 15. And I'm thinking of the 15 card as signifying whatever this is. I'm trying to remember if that's the Tower or the Devil card. I'm going to look it up really quick. Oh, it's the Devil card. Something lovely will grow from this. So whatever feels like a devil in your life, devil energy, and this can be institutions even. It can be things that are kind of making you feel oppressed or tethered or tied to. It could be addictions. It could be toxic people, kind of like not any one person really, but more like a cycle of toxic people in your life that maybe a cycle that you need to break. I'm looking at the sword here, and you are getting the power, the energy, the opportunity to break this cycle in the last part of 2024. So I did want to bring in the energies of the Strength card because 2024 is the year guided by the Strength card. And so your major life lessons regarding strength, and this could be inner strength as much as like external strength, strength across many different definitions, has been coming into play throughout the year. So it looks like there's one final stand, one final demonstration of strength against the devil energy that is becoming relevant here. And your major method for standing up against this devil energy is to grow the things around you, grow love, grow nourishment, grow community, grow hope, grow inspired ideas around you. You have a magical ability to affect the area around you, the people around you, the earth around you, in order to grow something that is stronger than the devil energy. That's what I'm feeling here. The first thing I was drawn to in the card was the sword. So it's very much like inspired ideas coming to you that you can act on in the later part of 2024. The next thing was this rose. It's like this figure's holding a glowing rose. To me that speaks to like spiritual growth in the community. So you also, I feel like some people might have a special connection to roses. This would definitely be a sign, whatever those roses mean to you. Bring that message into your message here to kind of personalize it a bit more. I was also drawn to the crystal, so something about divination and guidance being key here, along with the third eye, trusting your abilities to know the way, to see the path ahead. And then the birch trees make me think of building foundations, taking root where you are, starting at home first is like the phrase. If you want to like bring some kind of societal change, starting at home is really your confirmation or your message to bring your idea and plant it where you are already and see how it grows around you. You don't need to take this elsewhere. Actually, you're needed right where you are. So that's the starting message I'm getting for you. I want to bring in tarot cards next. So what can reading 2 be guided by as they continue their journey through 2024 and they continue to develop their unique strengths that are key to developing in 2024. And how can they bring this forward into the next year as well? Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Wands, definitely the home card there. Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So your message very much is that if you were taking rest or you were in a period of like hibernation, rightfully so, your message is that it's like the ice is thawing and you're ready to come out of hibernation now. There's a lot of action, a lot of like how do you say this? Like a lot of energetic kind of work ahead. It's kind of like you get a wave of inspiration like that, and you just kind of like ride that wave of inspiration, but very joyfully, like with the people around you. It says here on the sign, a place to hang your witch hat. That's really the home energies, the community. And when I say home, I'm talking about like your sense of local community as much as your like physical home. With the birch trees that came up is reflected here again, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands also typically has like, four wands, so it looks like 11:11. So November 11th is a few days from now, but that angel number might be really important to you as well in terms of like following signs and communication. But yeah, something really kind of, I would say around 11:11, November 11th, you really kind of get the gas on this. and you're going somewhere with it. Ace of Pentacles with the King of Swords really could be a lot of things. It really could be like starting a new class, starting a new job, getting a new idea that you want to plant. Sort of like this little rose sprout here, right? I was actually feeling Ace of Pentacles energy from that originally. And here your Ace of Pentacles is. And it says here, wow, what an abundant opportunity. So however this does come in, whether it's a job or an idea or collaboration, it is definitely a opportunity that will sprout into something far greater than you imagined. Kind of amazing. You also have the swords here with the King of Swords. This garden is going to lead to your mastery over some sort of leadership in communication or idea making or truth or justice. And also you have the ability to bring clarity and clear communication to the community project that you're working on. So let's start bringing in some oracle cards to see if we get some more information on that starting point. So you have Rainbow Activation, 23, Authenticity. Yeah, I have to say that a lot of these cards showed up in the first reading. So if you were drawn to that, you might find some crossover messages there. With your card here, with your interpretation, I feel like building from the heart. Building from the heart is going to set you apart. I kind of get the feeling of somebody like building a business from the heart rather than from a concept or from a desire to like for financial gain. Building that business from the heart is really like that golden wave of inspiration that you can harness at this time. Pink bees, integrating your healing, number 42. I feel that this means integrating your abilities as a healer into the work that you're doing, building from the heart, whether it is that business, adding some kind of healing component into that business would be really fruitful. And if you've already thought of that, like integrating some kind of traditional or typical type of business, conventional type of business with energetic healing or other kind of healing, especially with the garden here, maybe plant healing, then you're very much being encouraged to integrate these two kind of separate areas of life in this novel way that you bring forward. You came to serve. Number 23, again, amazing. 23 is important for you. I'm going to quickly look up the angel number 23. I hope that knocking doesn't unnerve you. It's actually just my upstairs neighbors doing something. I don't know. Personal growth and transformation. The presence of 20 through 23, angel number, signifies a period of accelerated personal growth and transformation. Step into your full potential, embrace change, let go of old patterns. So you came to serve authentically. Your authenticity is being activated. And you came to serve through healing, through integrating your healing abilities with some kind of conventional pathway that you've chosen. You can really have the best of both worlds is kind of the vibes I'm feeling from this. Yeah. There's so many of the same cards coming out. What is going on? 29, preparation, the squirrel and chestnut. And 16, the crow and dogwood, intelligence. Interesting, 16 coming after 15. And now is that one the Tower card? Yeah, that is the Tower card, but it's coming through as intelligence, and it's bringing me back to the sword and the King of Swords here. It's almost like you're going to fly over the Tower moment with your intelligence. It will give you the bird's eye view, like the crow's eye view of everything that's happening on the ground. So it kind of looks chaotic on the ground, but you actually have the wings, the foresight, the vision to be able to go above that and see why things are happening the way they are. So it looks less chaotic to you from above, and you can help people through the chaos on the ground. You can help people prepare how they need to. You're really guiding people in this way. Yeah, you have a unique ability to guide people to safety in a real way, but also ease their worries by giving them a different perspective on things, so that you help them see that it's not as dire as they thought it might be. Ooh, warrior, defend. You very much standing up for people. It could be however you define this community. You could be an advocate of some sort. So say like you're integrating your healing powers into like a conventional pathway. Yeah, you could be some kind of advocate for people like in the health field, or advocate for people going through the legal system. you very much have this warrior ability to defend, and that is how you can serve people. And it brings us back to the King of Swords, right? Truth and justice and bringing clarity to people. You're also a mediator of sorts. So how is this coming together in 2024? I think you have an opportunity to show yourself who you are, and by showing yourself who you are, by like standing up and performing in this opportunity that presents itself. So it could be that someone needs help, and then you stand up and you're able to help them. You meet the challenge and you surprise yourself as much as people around you. People see your potential, you do too, and this kind of kickstarts things forward for you. Time. The time is right for this to start right now. Yeah, this is like, I think you've known this in your heart. You're this kind of person, you're meant to do this kind of thing in the world. And it's just never been the right time, and the time is right now. Things are kickstarting for you from November 11th forward to the rest of the year, for you to really be activated to see your authentic self, your ability to bring clarity, truth, and justice to the community around you and grow the community in that way. You are a warrior of sorts and a healer, a spiritual warrior. And that is your complete message. Yeah, I think there's nothing more for you to know than this. When this moment arises, it's a time for you to meet yourself, meet your own power, so you don't have to feel intimidated or that it will defeat you. You're meant to defeat that situation. And I'm wishing you so much love on that journey and hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, and subscribes. And thank you for sharing your energy. If you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, reading 3. So you were drawn to the number 5 card, Stars. You can manifest your every wish, and it's really exciting. And this is a career and studies reading, but the figures here very much look like students, right, with their bookshelves and kind of dreaming up a new world. So you very much might be a student in some capacity, whether you're enrolled in an institution of higher learning or you are just self-educating, studying on your own. There's something very supported and aligned and magical about the end of 2024 on your pursuit of this higher learning. I'm trying to tap in to see what more is coming in on this card before I pull tarot cards. I also see this as, if you can see, this is like an open sky above. You being able to like really directly download guidance and ideas, thoughts, and visions for navigating yourself through your career and study path. You are super aligned, super guided at this time by the universe and by your spirit guides. It's almost like, it seems like she's looking at a star map in the sky and like navigating herself by it. It's like you're able to decode the universe now. You're able to decode that language and understand your place within it, understand exactly where you're going. There's just such a sense of wonder, curiosity, excitement, but also resolution over the direction you're going ahead. I just very much feel that energy of just things kind of being ready to launch ahead. So with that, let's get your tarot cards What can Reading 3 be guided by at the end of 2024 on their studies and career path? Any specific knowledge or signposts they can kind of look out for as they're going ahead? Oh, Four of Swords in reverse. The Reading 2 got this in the exact same placement. So if you're drawn to Reading 2, you might have a message there. Four of Wands. Yeah, same thing. This is crazy. I shuffled your cards and the same thing I think happened in Reading 1 where a lot of similar cards came out. I'm not sure if they were these cards though. Two of Wands in reverse and Eight of Wands. So your message is a little different from Reading 2's. Your message is to kind of stay in a little bit of a incubator kind of energy. So rather than taking action right now, you're being encouraged to kind of work on your vision and let the downloads keep coming in. Definitely getting deep rest, restorative rest is in order. And spending time with your vision, finessing it, crafting it. If you have, like, say, a notebook or a file on your computer that you go back to and you're working out the details of this thing that you want to do, this is exactly where you need to be right now. You're like in that dreaming stage, and it's really important to have all of that in place because I'm going to get to the Eight of Wands in a minute, but things are going to pick up fast once you have those foundations in place. And so something you're being encouraged to do at this time as you're resting, as you're visioning, is to root yourself at home. However you see that homes, this could be, I'm getting this sense of like a dormitory mates, people who live in the same dormitory, just like, or housemates. It could just generally be friends. This says family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. So like elevating the status maybe of people who have always been there, recently or for a while in your life. Really kind of seeing them as family and treating them as family is going to help you also kind of feel more connected and more fulfilled by those relationships, giving them kind of like the heightened status that they deserve. There's something about that rooting you into your support network that is also important at this time and the rest of the year. So for a lot of people, the rest of the year will be full of celebrations, holidays. So it's really an encouragement to root yourself and in those systems. Don't like skip any celebrations because you want to study harder, work harder, get something else done. It's actually going to be in your best interest to spend time with people you care about, and it's doing something internally to you. It's doing something to your soul that will help you come back to this project, say in January, and really know where you want to lift off with it. And so that's why I think you have the Eight of Wands here, is that when the new year starts, it says here, light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. You are going to hit the ground running, essentially, with this project you have in mind. It could be that you're starting a program that starts in January and you're really getting it in your head, like your plan for the courses that you want to take, or you're pre-reading some of the materials and prepping yourself on like prerequisites. Doing that stuff is exactly where you need to be. Just you can take it slow day by day. Don't sacrifice your social life, and you're definitely going to hit the ground running in January. If you're not going to school, it could be that I'm getting the energy of like applying for jobs and getting it just right, like the right really getting it clear what job it is that is the right match for you. Taking your time, because that's pretty important. And I think for coming back to the Four of Wands, thinking of where you want to hang your hat. It says a place to hang your witch hat here. A place where you want to call home is going to be an important factor, and really just like picking out the right place out of the multiple options. That's really kind of your situation right now, is picking out the right one out of multiple options you have. And then once that's set in place, all systems go. So any other advice for our reading 3 in their studies and career for the rest of the year? I can't believe that. That is the 3rd time now that this card has come out. It's come out in all 3 readings. So honestly, this is one of those times where all 3 readings really go together in one way or another. I would say if you weren't drawn to any of the cards in the reading, the initial card picking, then don't watch that one. But if you're just kind of neutral or drawn to all of them, definitely watch all of them. I think they offer different aspects to the same sort of issue or issues that you might be facing, or situations you might be facing. But it always comes back here to the authenticity. 23 rainbow activation. I want to also say November 23rd, it might be a very key timing for you. So I'm recording this and releasing this more towards the beginning of November. So that's within a couple weeks. You might want to, if you're job searching, look for the jobs posted around then. That's just one example, but there's something key around November 23rd. The 8 of Wands can be seen as messages too, so you might also receive an important message around this time. But same advice, just root yourself, take care of yourself, and everything is going to be working out on its own. And furthermore, with the rainbow activation, authenticity, it's kind of like that message I was saying before, staying true and being able to really tune into yourself and identify what it is that you want, what that vision really is going to align you to the correct choice out of many options, so that you can just take off in that direction. Yeah, your reading is slightly different in that it's just little navigations, you're setting course for next year at the end of this year. So can we have another piece of advice? Okay. So you got 2 past. Oh my god, I love this, past self and future self, and they're not even sequential. And so when I was shuffling your cards, these 2 flew out across the desk. So let's see. Past self connecting with what was, future self connecting with what's to come. Oh, this is so magical. I love this. There's something in your message of authenticity that is asking you to integrate your past self and your future vision. It's coming back to that imagination, that vision of who you are and what you want to do in the world. There's something kind of healthy and healing about integrating the 2. So I feel like previously the past self was limiting the future self, and now the pull is coming from the future self and asking the past self to accept the possibilities, to feel whole and healed and inspired by the possibilities that the future self is already experiencing. And yeah, I hope you can adapt that to your particular situation, but that energy is shared across everyone watching, that your future self is pulling your past self. It's kind of like making your past self feel safe and supported and excited about the future, because there's something that the past self was hesitant about before. Can we have another message of healing and guidance? Your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. Number 29. This one also came out. I think. I'm not sure. Getting lost now. So you might have a little bit of a rough patch. I get the sense that you are coming out of this rough patch right now. I think it's not to come. I think that it's really saying your path is maybe bumpy now, but this will alter soon. So you can think of that as kind of helping you to slow down and really decide things at the end of 2024 so that the path smooths out and you set sail in 2025 on that chosen direction. Oh, time. I'm pretty sure that one came out in reading too. Also, this is kind of a lot. This is the right timing. And oh my gosh, I love that it's coming in between past self and future self and time. Everything, I feel like this moment is key and significant right now. It's the right timing for past and future to meet right now in the present and really like create a key important moment for yourself in your life path, in your soul purpose. But the message is mostly just to like acknowledge and recognize how significant this is, and also to celebrate you and all the work you've done and how far you've come, because you're really in that transition point. It's kind of like you don't need any momentum to keep going. It's like the momentum, you've already done the hard work of building up the momentum, and now you're just kind of like riding it, and you have the chance to sit back as you're riding the momentum to like appreciate around the world around you, appreciate how far you've come, appreciate yourself. And your guidance is that's actually like an important part of the whole journey, is to be able to give time to appreciate yourself, because you'll be working again towards the next thing soon enough. But if you can fully acknowledge and see yourself and appreciate yourself now, you really know what you're working with, what you're building upon in a clearer way next year when you start on your next thing. End with a couple cards. Peer support. Lean into the support and wisdom of your friends and classmates. So yeah, I was feeling that energy before of like dorm mates, but also classmates. Just really connect with them. Spend time building those connections. I feel the feeling that it's going to help you now, but it's also going to help you in the future to strengthen those bonds. You'll really need them, and they'll need you as well, just as much. The Fox and Ivy adaptability. Number 27. And it looks like a fall time scene here. So very present energies. I love this adaptability and authenticity. Adaptability with the bumpy road. I feel like this is encouraging you to, I'm hearing the phrase give thanks, and give thanks and in that way be able to gracefully disconnect from specifically a vision that you've been attached to, or a sense of identity that you've been attached to. The universe, the world is kind of shaking you up a little bit so that you'll recourse away from things that you don't need to have in your life anymore. And so being adaptable to the environment around you that is pretty much just presenting you with alternate pathways that you might be hesitant to take. If you're adaptable to those situations, it's going to actually put you on that more aligned path for yourself. So if there's something going on in your life that feels a little bit uncomfortable, or like it's not part of the plan, if there's something that comes up that's not part of the plan, your guides are asking you to be adaptable to it, because it's actually like putting you on a better plan. It's really kind of like bringing you in an unexpected way to that star that you are aiming for in your vision. And that's your complete message. So I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you for sharing your energy. And if you were drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I will see you in that reading. And if not, I'll see you next time.